sisters, the Lord be with you.
and with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Glory be to O Lord. At that time, Jesus left the synagogue and entered the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. Now Simon's mother-in-law lay ill with a fever, and immediately they told him about her. And he came and took her by the hand and lifted her up. And the fever left her, and she began to serve them. That evening at supper, at sunset, they brought to him all who were sick or oppressed by demons, and the whole city was gathered together at the door. And he healed many who were sick with various diseases, and cast out many demons. And he would not permit the demons to speak, because they knew him. And rising very early in the morning, while it was still dark, he departed and went out to a desolate place, and there he prayed. And Simon and those who were with him searched for him, and they found him and said to him, "Everyone is looking for you." And he said to them, "Let us go on to the next towns, that I may preach there also. For that is what I came for." And he went throughout all Galilee, preaching in their synagogues and casting out demons. My dear brothers and sisters, we all have problems. We face a lot of difficulties. There are people who are very boldly confront the problems or difficulties and succeed. It's mainly because they like to challenge those difficulties and problems. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, there are also people who are so scared of problems, and so therefore they easily give up. And so we are today trying to think how some people really carry on and how some people give up. This all shows whether we are pessimistic or whether we are optimistic. If you really confront the challenges because you know we have to work hard and with all our hard work we can succeed, then you are really optimistic. But there are people who also give up, and they sometimes really ignore the things, or sometimes they run away. Sometimes even they commit suicide and finish themselves off because life is such a misery. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, there are events and incidents in the world that have happened. Now, I would like to tell you especially, there are few of many scientists, and these scientists really never give up. They work hard day and night, but they don't give up. Now, I would like to also tell you about scientists like Thomas Edison or Albert Einstein, who are really men who have failed hundreds and thousands times, but they never gave up. That is mainly because it is God who speaks to them in their minds and hearts, and they are so optimistic. For example, Thomas Edison, when he was really had failed in the research, he failed 99 times. And he said that is not a failure. That is where I have learned how these things will not work for this particular research. So it's a learning process. And I'm learning, so therefore I know one day I can succeed. Also with regard to Albert Einstein. But Albert Einstein also never gave up. And especially electronic matters, even atomic bomb that he has created. But especially when we talk about Thomas Edison, it said he has failed 10,000 times. And there's a special word that he uses. And he said, I have not failed. I have rather learned 10,000 times that these causes will not have these effects, which means that I should know that these will not have that type of effect. So it says a learning process. And my dear brothers and sisters, there are also people, recently we have also known that last so many months, all over the world, there are scientists who are doing research on coronavirus, which is the best effective medicine. And today, still nobody has found. But that does not mean they have given up. It goes on. But I would like to also tell you a small story of this one man whose name is Vijay Prakash Kondekar. Now he is a man from Pune. You know, he has lost election for 24 times. But he doesn't give up. And he goes on. So every new election times he will still register his name and also try to stand as a candidate for election. So these are the hopeful people with hope. Now here we see, especially in the gospel, that there are people who have given up hopes and they have become so miserable. And now finally they have come to Jesus. And in the first case we see that this mother-in-law of Peter, she's very old, she's sick and she's lying flat on a bed. But here Jesus just touches her and heals. And she's so well, she's healed that she gets up and starts serving them all. Now, what is most important for us today is also the first reading. And in the first reading, we see God's special servant, so-called Job. And Job's condition has become very miserable. He has lost everything. He has lost all his property, he has lost all his animals, and he has lost all his children, and also the house and things like that. And yet, he is still very positive. He said, God has given me, God has taken back, blessed be the name of God. It's because of his positive approach. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, we see in his life that he gets everything back because of his positive approach. So, in life, there are many occasions when we have depressions, many occasions when we have failures. There are times when we also cannot do things because we are handicapped because of problems and issues. Sometimes finances. People have lost jobs, they cannot do anything, they are frustrated. There are times when there are no local trains, so people are frustrated, they cannot go to work. But we can always hope for better. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, The Christianity means Christianity, the religion of hope. And all of us must always hope for things better because our God, Jesus Christ, has risen against death. So which means once he died does not mean everything is over. No, there is resurrection. And so we are the people of resurrection, we are the people of hope. We can always succeed and we always try to do our best. And that is what, my dear brothers and sisters, the readings today tell us. And we should never, especially I can understand there are people who have tremendous problems. Now, even sometimes when we see the life of certain people, say case of Bishop Ambrose. Now there are times when Bishop Ambrose was harassed so much, but God had given him wisdom and he could fall and he could succeed again. So, my dear brothers and sisters, we also during Lent, when we reflect and we see Jesus has fallen 3 times, but every time he gets up because there is that life of resurrection before him. So you should have a stamina to get up again. And if you look at Jesus, Jesus will give you strength. Because Jesus is the God of hope. He is telling you, don't worry, don't even worry about your death, because there is life and resurrection. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, all Christians, sometimes I get surprised when sometimes I hear some news that some Catholic person committed suicide. I said, how can that be possible? Because no Catholic should ever think that life is over. So we must always take it for granted because Jesus said we are the men and women of hope. And we are challenged by so many, because there is satanic powers in the world that really annoy us. And we fail. Sometimes we become the victim and we become miserable. But God will lift you up as He lifted the mother-in-law of Peter, and she got up. He lifted so many of these people who were diseased and they were dying. He just touched and lifted them up. So our God is God who lifts us up. He doesn't push us down in the water. So we must struggle. So struggle is a part of our life here on earth. And we should not be afraid of getting so many problems and issues in life. Because God has also given us brains to tackle the issues. God has also given us a conscience. Know that we have Jesus as our Savior and He is the final resort. So He will come to save us. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, let us be men and women of hope and be optimistic in our lives, so that we will always remember that we are men and women of heaven, and one day we'll have to go to heaven. So don't destroy ourselves. We should not destroy others. We should not destroy anything in the world, because the things will rise again, because He is the Creator, He is the Savior, and He will finally take the whole thing and be redeemed. This is our religion. So, my dear brothers and sisters, as I tell you, Jesus is the Lord and He is the Lord of hope.